Namo Gurave Namo Vedaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sangaya Namo Gurave Namo Vedaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sangaya Namo Gurave Namo Vedaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sangaya Maya Samaya Gyahame Kera Paya Roja Maya Gyaya Maya Ga Namaya Gyaya Maya Waya Ye Soya Soya Raya Re Ye Ye Shaya Yaya Wa Deya Samaya Jaya Vi Yamaya Naya Shaya Chaya Lo Deya Yata Gaya De Gaya De Paya Raya Gaya De Paya Raya Saya Gaya De Mo De Soha De Yata Gaya De Gaya De Paya Raya Gaya De Paya Raya Saya Gaya De Mo De Soha De Yata Gaya De Gaya De Paraya Gaya De Paraya Saya Gaya De Mo De Soha. Giri Tongda Jiji Kiwada Medene Vejenda Dhamanda Timba Duji Besun Sujun Trahi Deja Tendra Dele Yo Saye Bejesh Meto Dhamma Rara Nanye Nyede Jembande Sanje Yindo Mede Mbuaye Rokwe Namda Vakina Shebar Aiko Edama Guru Rena Andala Ganeya Daya Me Sanje Kudon Zoje Kunala Shankyo Bardo Dane Shabsu Che Dage Che Jebe Sunam Che Lola Besha Sanje Lubar Kyo Sanje Kudon Zoje Kunala Shankyo Bardo Dane Shabsu Che Dage Che Jebe Sunam Che Lola Besha Sanje Lubar Kyo Sanje Kudon Zoje Kunala Shankyo Bardo Dane Shabsu Che Nage Jege Jebe Sunam Je Lola Pensha Sanje Dobaryo. Now tonight we are together for the more to learn meaning of the Dharma. The very important things to learn the meaning of Dharma, because Dharma is the meaning of the Dharma is the great medicine for try to make a safe. If we learn Dharma by ourselves, that's what make you yours safe, make me more calm and peaceful and free from wrath of the negativities. Also through that ways also you can make others with others peacefully, calm, no negative thoughts for the others, and appreciation whatever we have, positive things. That's how we can do. Otherwise, by jealous, by anger, by hatred, by those bad minds, even we are everything is good, but not really comfortable. Even physically it is comfortable, but negative mind comes inside of us, just like just like then become a person ourselves, like really is ping pong, something like this. So that's why I think learning Dharma is very important, because learning Dharma is trying to make changing our mind from bad to good. Really it is. That's why we need to do mind to change, our mind to change from the bad to good way. If we do like that, then change from the outside also for us to be good. Because if we are good for others, they will be good for us. Everything really it is. If we rough for the others, they back to just like that rough to others, to us. There's no just like exchanging. So we don't understand about this. So that's why I think we try to, mostly the time, people try to control others. That's not so good. Try to make a victory from the others, safe to be victory from the others. Not so good. We give the victory for the others temporarily, and the real is the victory ourselves to be from others. That's what happened, like really it is. So that's why I think our mind training is very important things. Mind training is not only talking. We need to go through the reasons. All those words, teachings words, when we know already, when we heard or when we know the meaning of the teachings already, then we need really to do it. What said is, what teaching says, we need to follow. Just not like only like singing or chanting, only chanting. It's not. There's no much change in our mind. We need to think about it. Example, if You rough with your family, yourself rough, then all those members of families not happy. Really not. And if you're happy, try to make yourself happy for those families, your families. Then they also make happiness for you. Try to make it. Try to make it good things, whatever. That's how we can see from the easy ways example. Really, it is. So that's why I think Dharma is, when we know the meaning of the Dharma, we think about others more than self. So that's a compassion, loving kindness. If we do to the others, that's what they will reply to us. We don't think by this ways, Well, like this, not so good, I think. This will make a dark path, wood, very strong words, make a worse. Result of that bring to us very bad. So we need control like this. How can be? Then training of the mind. Training of the mind we should do. Then control. Then I think it's really take care of us by this. So that's why I think it's very important to try to make it there. People say lots of revolution or and outside revolution is not so good. But it really is, if we want a revolution from inside ourselves, then everything's okay, So I think that's why I think we need more to learn, study. It's very important things, study. If we don't study, we don't know much meaning. If we don't know much meaning, you're not thinking, cannot be thinking. Not much thinking. If you don't have much thinking, then meditation is nothing much to do. You see, meditation means not close eyes set, just like this, relax. It's not. Sometimes people do it like this. I don't understand that what they do. That's it. That's why they don't need to like this. It's, lie down on the sofa. No, we can't do that. So better. See? And it's just outside is really is not important. Some people do like this. Maybe we cannot say whole things wrong. Maybe someone's good, but some people copy. Look around this when they group together. They're doing like this. They want to do like this. Sometimes does. Anyways, more important, individually. Try to make peaceful, try to make right things to do. It is. Not copy from the others. You can do copy from others, good things. Good things you can, like study, and a nice, peacefully, calm, and good for the others. Those kind of we can do copy from the others, yes. So anyways, so now we are talking about how to listen to the teaching of the Dharma we talk about, So that's why we don't need talk again. But more important things, there's six recognitions, yes. 6 recognitions. From those are which are more important thing, yes, from the 6 recognitions? Number 1, yes, number 1. This is very important. That means recognition of the self like sickness person. We are not sickness, but look like sickness person. The sickness person, that means if we think, I'm sickness of the negativeness, sickness of ignorance, sickness of the attachment, sickness of the anger, sickness of the really is jealous or doubt, wrong opinion. Those kind of. That's example is the physically, like someone has a very dangerous sickness, like AIDS or cancer or something. They have sickness of that. Then they think when they know that, then they sense then what they think, what they needed. They think. Someone says, when someone knows, oh, doctor say you have the cancer or something. So then they change in mind. Then what I needed. They think about the doctor and medicine. Right ways, If doctor says, oh, you have cancer, then what do you need to think about? Since when they people heard that one, then people think, oh, I need this doctor, good doctor, and then medicine. So that's one. Just like that. When we know that ourself, sickness of all those negativities, then what do I need? I need doctor. An excellent doctor is there like Buddha and also great holy masters. Then those are to see there. Like physically when they say then sickness, they check by doctor what kind of they do need medical. Everybody same medicine. Someone says sickness same different sickness, and even sickness same kind of sickness, but medicine is suitable for everybody. It's not necessarily. I think you know that. So sometimes medical is logic to them. They cannot take it. Someone can take this medicine, but the same kind of medicine for the sickness. So those are checked. Physical doctor check, and then patient gave the medicine. The medicines make it to be free from the sickness. Just like that. Just like that. So what kind of sickness means negativities. For negativities, what kind of medicine? It's a Dharma medicine. That's medicine means it's not physical. It is not knowledge medicine. Dharma medicine. You see, medicine of the awareness. Yes. All those are. We can get it. Means that we need to think about it. That is the Dharma is the medicine. So make free from the sickness of those negativities. So that's very important things. Always don't think about myself, everything is okay, clean. Not necessarily. If clean is okay, good. But if not, then we need to think about it, All those negative minds, I would ask, there is or not, we need to check it. If there is, then try to control or try to make it, first of all control, then try to make it extinguish, and try to make it destroy. That's what we need to think about. So around, let's say, recognition of the self is the patience. See, that's it. I'm not patience. I'm not thinking. I don't want to think about this, what I think. I don't want to think about myself, patience.
Geshe, aren't all six kind of very important together, though?
Yeah, of course. So then the second one that's the second one, what to say?
Is the attitude that the Dharma is the medicine.
That's of course needed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all group. You talk about those guru together.
Yeah.
Needed. Well, yeah, that's good. Yes, that's good. Yes. Then Dharma is the like a great medicine. Then the third one, what to say?
The attitude, your spiritual guide is like the skilled doctor.
Yes, spiritual guardian is yes, a doctor to give the medication or explanation of the medicine real. You see, that's it. Then?
And the attitude that the diligent practice is like the cure.
To make free from the sickness, yes. Make free from sickness. Then?
The attitude that your spiritual guide is as holy a being as the Tathagatas.
The sixth one?
5.
Then?
And the attitude that the Dharma should remain a long time.
Yeah, that's those. Yeah, by this Dharma remained with a long time. See, that's what I'm saying. The next one was said, huh?
That's 6.
That was 6.
Oh, those are how to listen to the teaching of the Dharma. So also, and also not only for listen to the teachings. Really, if normally try to think about this, then how it is Dharma is very important. We will know, because sometimes they says, here maybe says, if you listen to the teaching of the Dharma laws, but if you don't do the practice, just like then you get the medication or medicine from the doctor, if you don't eat it, live like this, just like that, because of if you don't do the practice, intellectual. If you do the intellectual, you have to learn. That's not much result of that, not much good for you. Then?
We're at the third heading, developing the attitude that your spiritual guide is like a skillful doctor, on page 107 in the Brown Book.
Then if you go through this ways, third one was like a spiritual guardian is like a skillful a doctor. If patients, without a doctor check, without checking with the doctor, if you eat from the pharmacy, if you take the medicine, then no suitable for me, can be wrong, means not chadanta.
Mistake.
A mistake, yes. And it can be also destroy the life. Says it? Would you like reading?
When you are sick but have no doctor and instead just take some medicine, you may mistake your condition. Is it a hot or cold disease, for instance, and the stage the illness has reached? The medicine you take may not help and could even endanger your life.
Yeah, that's the same. So that's why I think maybe you should be check with the doctor when we take medicine. Just like that. Also, we need how to medicine of the Dharma, how to take means explanation from our teacher. That's one is. Then
you must assuredly need to depend on a skillful doctor. You might not rely on a spiritual guide and instead feel it is enough to practice Dharma from books.
Oh yeah.
But you will not develop any realization or insights from your recitations, meditations, and so on.
So if you without a spiritual guardian, if you learn from the only book, then you do like practicing, but will not get the results in there. I think that's true. When I was in England, I gave me teaching this people in my staying place. So then one lady came. She says, "Oh, I read almost like 400 books. 400 books, really." Then how to do meditation? He doesn't know. So that's kind of book really is a book. You can roughly something to get the meanings, but how to those are together, don't know. Book is like this is example. Book is like a big store, food. But there's many things. But everything is get from store, put together. If you don't know how to combination, when you make the like a
Recipe.
yeah, dinner or maybe to cook, everything is put together. That's not so good. So that's kind of, and you need be to not only, especially we want to become a great enlightenment, great happiness place. We need to go. Now, how to go there? We need somebody else to show the, to show the how to go there. So, from the book says explanation, but put together is very difficult ways. That's why we must to relate with the spiritual guardian. Then
your mind stream would become more and more set in its ways. Thus, when you decide you should practice the Dharma, you must seriously rely on a spiritual guide as you would rely on a skillful doctor. As a patient, you are very happy when you find the right doctor.
yes,
You will listen to whatever the doctor tells you, and out of respect, you will treat the doctor with reverence.
yeah, that's the example, and the meaning is the spiritual guardian. Then
You should do the same when you find a spiritual guide, as it says in the summary of precious good qualities.
yes,
Thus, the wise who strongly wish to seek holy enlightenment should completely subjugate their pride. Just as patients, in order to be cured, depend on doctors, so should the seeker depend steadfastly
yeah,
on...
wait a minute. There's quotations from the this is from the teaching of the Buddha, from the sutras. Therefore, try to reach the great enlightenment. Sambatade.
Should conquer his pride.
Know with flowers. If you have flowers, you will not to see the spiritual guardian. So without try to put down the what is
the pride.
The flowers, yes. See, sickness peoples, what doctor says, listen to them. Listen carefully to the doctors. Just like that. We want to also become free from negative sickness. So therefore, try to listen to the teaching and the spiritual guardian, and also keep the what's say.
Just as patients, in order to be cured, depend on doctors, so should the seeker depend steadfastly on the spiritual guide.
So, anyways, to keep the spiritual guardians, then never fall.
Developing the attitude that diligent practice will cure the illness. The medicine is the thing that helps the patient, but perhaps you don't follow the doctor's advice and instead just leave the medicine prescribed for you by your bedside.
Oh, yeah.
If you do not get better, you cannot blame the doctor because you haven't done the things he has told you. You cannot blame the medicine because you have never taken it.
So, like sometimes some people, oh, I did a long time practice, but nothing happened much. So that means their fault, just like this. attending to teachings many years, they did, yes, they heard so many, but if they didn't do the practice, then that's their fault. So I didn't get the result of the nothing. That means they didn't do the cause of that, cause of for the result. Didn't do the meditation. The learning is intellectual. So we need to learn. When we know the meaning, then we do contemplate with it, then and to make a action with teachings. So that's it.
The spiritual guide is like a skillful doctor, but if you listen to many oral instructions, which are like a medicine to pacify the disease of delusion, and do not put them into practice, they will not benefit your mind stream, no matter how profound or extensive they may be.
Yeah, that is not spiritual guidance is not faults of our sin. The Lam Rim Teachings, that's not fault. If someone didn't get it, long time they says I studied Dharma a long time, but I didn't get the result. If they think about that, or they say that, or they think about that way, that is not teacher's fault. That's not teaching's fault. Faults of themselves, because they didn't do the right, what you call, didn't do the practice. They did the only intellectuals. Intellectuals ways didn't get the result. See, then.
You should not blame the guru, you should not blame the Dharma.
Oh, yeah.
You yourself are at fault.
Yeah.
As it says...
That's what need we think about. We need to think about that. Oh, that's no my teacher's fault, that's the Dharma fault, that's my fault. We need to think about that. Then?
As it said in the King of Single-Pointed Concentration Sutra.
Oh, yeah. This is from Buddha's teaching, the sutra, yes. Then?
After constant searching, the patient finds a skilled and intelligent doctor who, eyeing him with much compassion, tells him, "Take this medicine," which he dispenses. Yeah,
you understand this one? Yeah, because it's easy. Very compassionate doctors. Then when they see the sickness person, by compassion, giving the excellent medicine, then?
Yet the patient does not take this most wholesome and precious medicine, the potential cure. Do not blame the doctor, the medicine's not at fault. Rather, the patient himself is to blame. Yeah, that's the way we understood it then. So too, with people ordained into this doctrine, they may know full well about the 10 forces, the dhyana concentrations, and the 10 powers, but make no true effort to meditate. How could nirvana come without the right effort? I have taught you the Dharma well.
Yeah, that's because the nirvana cannot go there, because we will not get nirvana, because if you do the costs of that meditation correct, if you don't do it, that's true. Then
I have taught you the Dharma well. If you do not make good use of your studies, you are like the patient who left the medicine in its case thinking, "This cannot cure my disease."
Yeah, if this must say, like Buddha is giving the teaching, excellent teachings to us, as a if you don't listen to if you heard the teachings, but if you don't do the practice correct, then what happened? The example is never mention the sickness people don't eat the medicine inside, and the bags, many bags of the medicine, taking with them or keep with them. Would you like to read this one?
You are like the patient who left the medicine in its case, thinking, this cannot cure my disease.
No. When by means giving the great dharma, good dharma to use, but if you don't practice, if you heard the words of dharmas or meaning, but if you don't do the practicing, then what is it? Patient.
The patient left the medicine in the bottle, thinking this cannot cure my disease.
Okay. This here says many of the bags,
Yeah, here it says bag full of medicine.
Yeah.
But you still cannot cure disease.
Medicine, all covered by medicines, but if you don't take inside, then what happens? Nothing happens, you see? Just like that, okay? Then?
Shantideva says, in engaging in the deeds of bodhisattvas, physically make use of these. Mere words accomplish nothing. Will the sick be helped just by their reading the prescription?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. Tsultim Gyeltsen, so like only prayer or the intellectual words cannot be made free from the negativities. Examples then same like this before. But say,
will the sick be helped just by reading the bottle?
Yeah.
The prescription.
It's really different than what he's saying.
Yeah, that's the finish on that one.
Still I continue. I think
so it is not enough that you possess the medicine. In order to be cured, you must properly administer it and follow the doctor's orders.
Therefore, if you want to free from the sickness, you must take the medicine inside. That's what says it?
Yes, you must take it properly.
Oh yeah. Whatever doctor says how to take the medicine, you must do that.
Follow the doctor's orders.
To be free from sickness. Then
you must apply your knowledge of the meaning of the oral instructions on pacifying this disease of delusion and put these instructions into practice. In Songkhapa.
That's it. That means Danga means teachers, a guardian, or Buddha himself did, but like teachings are calm, straight. That is the instruction. Not only here. Try to take with our mind, and then Nyamsalang means to do the real, actually to make a practice of, or
here it says apply the meaning directly to our own mental continuum.
That's good, yeah, mental continuum, yes, that's good. Then?
In Tsongkhapa's great stages of the path, we find, with study comes understanding, but this must be put to use. It is therefore vital to put as much as one can of what has been studied into practice.
Okay. Turning Hebrew shape, Goban shape, Yimbe. Oh yeah, which heard about the meaning of the Dharma, the meaning of Dharma. Then try to make do the things, I think what is. How much you can to make the action, to do the action. That's very essential, important. Then
the Plea for Altruism Sutra has this to say about people whose habit has been to acquire a long list of received teachings and initiations, but put nothing into practice. The bark of sugarcane has no juice. The delightful taste is inside.
Okay, wait a minute, that's fine. Here this Nyale me pe tujatans. So much hear dharmas, but if they are no practicing, one thing. And also without practicing, try to get the more teachings, something like this. Try to make
initiations. It says teachings and initiations.
I don't know. Yes, okay. That's not so good. Why? Because this from the sutta quotation. What's that?
Because they put nothing into practice. The bark of the sugarcane has no juice.
Yeah, that's right.
The delightful taste is inside. People who chew the bark cannot discover the flavor of the sugarcane.
Yeah, but one night I said already. So, if you don't do the practice, sometimes people, they don't really think about it deeply. Just a little bit they got it, then they think it's satisfying them. That's not really it is. Let's see person who are looking for the real test essence of the sugar. That's just inside of the I think sugar cane. It's no from the skin. Someone saying skin level test. Or that's the, if satisfy that, not so good. They didn't get the real essence of sugar. You see, same thing. They hear saying that. Then
now the bark is like mere talk. The taste is thinking about the meaning.
Oh yeah, that's it. Test means no test. Rotapan kita shumba tegin mawatis. Rotapan dilatan is real essence of the test of the sugar. Then that is the to think about the contemplating of the teachings. Then,
in other words, these people are like those who crave sugar cane, but are more attached to the taste of its bark, and that is all they will eat of the cane. They are like people who go to watch a play, like people who sing the praises of other heroes. They have lost the essentials. Such are the dangers of being overfond of oral teachings.
Yeah, that's Malaga. That was the pots of the only to get the oral teachings. No, don't think about the meaning of the teachings. See, that's what I'm saying. Then
they are said to be like people who imitate the actors in a play. You should not practice by merely studying. You must try to put your studies into practice.
Yes. So it's like in the actors, theater. So they are not real kings, but king, queen, or many ways they do like this. That's just that's kind of practice of Dharma. It's not look like this. Look like a king, look like a queen, look like something. That's just like that. Look like practice dharmas, reflection of the dharmas is not so good. Deeply, to make it, inside, to think about more. Then, real one. Then,
If you do not do this, the Dharma has made you intractable and little else. Too much study and too little practice is called the cause to become unyielding towards the Dharma.
Yeah, what do you call that one?
Hardening to the Dharma.
Chöde means when you heard lots, but if you don't do practice, then next time when you heard, oh, I know that, that just really don't know. But he just heard the words, that they know. So like sometimes, like impotence. Many of us talk about impotence, compassion, loving kindness. Real is need to be meaning of that. Think about it. If not, then says words, then they think I know that, but don't know. So that's why then they don't do the real to get the essence of Dharma. See, that's it. So then,
in the early stages of studies, meditation seems to be of only marginal benefit to your mind.
Yeah, that's because the cause of that, what is that? Thirdam manas, to hear lots of things, but to gomdam means very little to meditation. You heard lots of things, but if you, meditation is very little. That's by that they happen like this. What to say?
In the early
In
the early stages of studies, meditation seems to be of only marginal benefit to your mind, but your studies will have even less impact on you if you do not take them any further through frequent reflection and meditation.
Yes. Yeah. Beginning a little bit is a benefit for the mind, but then if you don't go deeply, if you don't do the continually, then if you don't do like this, then there's just they just.
Eventually, you will be sick of the teachings, no matter how profound that instruction may be.
Yeah, it's difficult for me to say this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which one does this?
Okay, then you're going to, I think, then these in the treated showings, that time then,
your studies will be of no benefit at all to your mental stream. You have become unyielding to Dharma.
Yes.
As Acharya Vararuchi says in his 100 verses.
Verses, yes. Yeah.
The monk who's been disrobed, the woman who's left 3 husbands, the jackal who's escaped a trap. Know these 3 as crafty types.
Yeah. Then don't need explanation. Then
the Kadampas of old used to say, Dharma will subdue the sinful, but not those unyielding to the Dharma.
See, yeah, that's it is. You see, Kadampi Komisunis, Kadampi's master says, begins with very negative person can be true. Really, it is to make a easy way to turn to the positive side. But then what say this?
But not those unyielding to Dharma.
Yeah. What is spelling? What is that? I don't know that.
The unyielding is those who had no benefit on their mental stream.
No, spelling.
Oh, unyielding?
Yeah.
Unyielding.
Okay. So that's the same. Okay. Then?
Oil will soften up a hide, but not the skin used to carry butter.
Do you understand this one? No, I think that's only Tibetans first. We do it like this. Butter, the animal skin, put before they put butter in this just bag, just try to make bag, animal. Then the skin put butter is very huge, really huge like this man. Then later all those butter is inside, but the skin, animal skin is very dry, Mako monk with this. Then actually otherwise, if you put the oil with the skin, should be smooth, And also another one, just like this, same I think same idea. A stone in the hundreds of years, in the water or lake or river, but never soak dry. Outside only, outside, Same kind of idea.
It never gets in.
See, if that means the example is, if you listen lots of teachings to get, but if you don't do the inside practicing, just like that. Outside is soaking a little bit by waters, but inside is dry. See, that's not so good. We should not do like this, Much as we can. If you want words, if you got a meaning, think about this, So that's what we need to do. So that's one there.
In other words, this is the worst thing that could happen if people who have become unyielding to other teachings are taught the Lam Rim. They can be subdued, but if they are unyielding to the Lam Rim, they are quite impossible to subdue.
Difficult, okay. So,
you should therefore be aware of this point.
Yeah. So that's because we need it. That's why we think about it. My mind is go to Dharma. My practice is also in the correct or in the right direction. There are no, for those you will not have the obstacles. So that's always we do pray or the wishing for that. You see, wishing for that. Then
study anything you are going to practice and relate whatever you study to your own mind stream.
That means whatever you heard, that's what should be to do. Think about it by 3, or to do practice by 3. There's hearing, then contemplating, then meditation. All those are together, it's not separate. Does one say that?
Yes, it says Drom Tompa, the king of Dharma, said the following on the need to combine study, contemplation, and meditation.
Yeah. So that's the way we need. Whatever we heard, just heard is, we know that we're not like it, but we need to meditate about it, how to make an experience of that, need to get the experience. Then
Drom Topa said, when I study, I increase my contemplation and meditation.
Mm-hmm.
When I contemplate, I increase my study and meditation. When I meditate, I increase my study and contemplation. I add them all upon one basis.
Together, one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thus I know how to take the Dharma as my path. I am a Kadampa and don't do things by halves. People.
So that means hearing, contemplating, meditation, all those are taught to make together. That's what needed. Mm-hmm. Not only the hearing is not so good. If you don't, hearing wisdom then contemplation, wisdom of the contemplation, wisdom of meditation. Those are tied together. So that's one is. Now talk about it then.
People who wear big blinkers are deceived. Those who understand this well are Kadampas.
Then what's that?
A throw of dice. Skill.
The about what, the blinkers?
Yeah.
Or the next?
Next one.
Okay. If lepers with deformed hands and feet take medicine only once or twice, their condition will not change. They need to take a powerful medicine over a long period.
Oh yeah, that's the we don't have here. That's one, but like like a cancer or something. 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, taking medicine is not enough. Continually to need to take the medicine to be free from sickness. Just like that, we want continually to need to do practice continually, because for the become a being Buddha or become a being great happiness place, we need to go there. So for that, to take in the Dharma medication continually all the time. 1 2 times not enough. 1 week, 2 weeks enough, not enough. Even 1 year, 2 years, not enough. Until the result comes. Until the patient need to take medicine, until the finish the sickness, free from sickness. That can be stopped. Just like that, when we have become a great happiness place, when we reach to there, then we don't need to take medicine, because everything is negativity is all gone already. So not for medicine. This is really a good example, really it is. We need to think about easy ways. Really. Patients, when we sick, medication, doctor gave medication, until they finish the sickness or until they free from sickness, we need to take medicine. Then, just like that, we need to practice continually, until the ourselves become a being Buddha or become a being great happiness place. Until that, we need to do things. There's not enough. See, that's a really good, easy to understand. Then
we have been suffering from the virulent chronic illness of delusion since beginningless time, and it is not sufficient.
Yeah, this one. We have delusion and everything, those things. From the beginningless time means don't think but general, on ourselves, beginningless. Beginningless means our life is today's here, but this one came before life. That before life. Go through that ways. There's no beginningless. So that time, all those times, all those negativities with us, okay? So powerful. That's why collection. Every lifetime we had exercise. I think negative exercise. Every lifetime, really it is. Yeah. Think about it, really. Every lifetime we have negative exercise. Everything, you see. So then, so powerful. Positive exercise is very little. Even sometimes we never didn't get it. During the animal's lifetime, during the hungry ghost time, even human beings' life got like a communist, like this kind of what I think. Very strong communist, or don't need to practice. Next life there no happen. Despair. This life is finished, then there no life is, then they don't do practice. See, that's kind of, I think. So really, Because it's really so powerful. Ignorance so powerful, attachment so powerful, anger so powerful. I saw last night, I watched the animals program. Long neck, what do you call that? They fighting this like this, neck and these heads hurt each other. So sorry. Did you see that one before? No.
I've seen.
You saw? I see. Sorry. That's kind of. So anyways, we did the exercise of the negative, this tremendous fighting and everything we did all the time. So the positive is very positive exercise, very little we had it. So that's why I think we should be taking the medicine of the dharmas long time, not 1-2 times, not enough. So need to be taken a long time. Then now go through.
So we've had this chronic illness of delusion since beginningless time, and it is...
beginningless. Now you think about it. Beginningless means very important things, really it is. No general, they think of general world, beginningless worlds. This world has beginning, yes. When started this world, we know, but our life, beginningless. My life, your life, beginningless. So that's one. So then?
And it is not sufficient that we put the meaning of an instruction into practice only once or twice.
Lippers here says, but these days, I think like cancer or so many bad disease, same thing. You see, that's one. For that one, medication long-term time need technique. Just like that, we need medication of the Dharma long time. We need to do it, to take it. Then
we have to work at it seriously, as constantly as a river flows. Acharya Chandra said, but the mind has always been blinded by this long-lasting chronic disease. How could a leper with mutilated feet and hands derive anything at all from his medicine if he takes it just a few times?
Mm-hmm. That we did already then.
One should put everything into immediate practice, just like Geshe
Shangawa, yes.
He was reading a section of the Vinaya that discussed leather and hides. He saw that it forbade someone ordained from handling animal hides. He happened to be sitting on a hide at the time.
I see. That's it. Directly. Vinaya monks, we monks, we cannot use the skin, animal skins. Then Geshe Shengawa say he is the one of the Kadampa master. When he look at in the Vinaya rule of the monks cannot use the animal skin. So then he has also animal skin under his bed, means cushion. So right away, when he see that, right away, pick up the throw away. Really, we need to do like that. See, that's why I say here.
Then he found, when he read on, that this rule could be relaxed in remote countries, and the ordained there were permitted to handle hides.
And you can't back.
Yeah, he retrieved the hide and spread it out again.
First of all, he saw that. Then the cold place like Tibet, Buddha gave an excuse. Said when he see that, first of all he says monks cannot use that one, throw away. Then later see, that's an exception is cold place, inland cold place, and also special monks, they can use it. Then he pick up. He threw it. He pick up, put back. You see, so that's it. This tradition,
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like a Geshe Bekonja. He's also directing like this. One day he was his benefited place. When he was young, very rough and like thief, and also he did what's a robber. Yeah, living by the mountain. Then one day, he's one beggar lady came. Nothing to sell. She doesn't have anything. But then he threatened when he go through his place. He has a bad reputation there. So when he go through that mountain, then he threatened. He thought somebody coming with me. If somebody comes, very nice. He thought. Then he coming through the mountain. Then he did like this. Come over here. Then he came. They walk together. Then he says, "I'm glad you came. Otherwise, I'm very frightened." He told to him. Then he says, "Why are you frightened?" I'm frightened with Bekonja. I'm Bekonja. Then he died. He is passed away because so hard time, so afraid. So then he thought maybe he has a very diamond or something, gold or something, look like beggars, but it's something valuable with her. That's why he prayed and died. He checked nothing. Then he think, oh, sorry. Even someone's heard my name dying like this. I'm very bad person. I did great mistake. He didn't go from there to home. Right away went to the small monastery there. He went to a monastery, and at the abbot of monastery he asked, "Please, I'm become a monk. I want to do practice. I did a big mistake." All those stories he told to the abbot. The abbot keep it and training. Then he training very, very hard. Other monk says, "Bekonja, you slow down." He says, "You can slow down, you can sleep, but I'm not like you. I'm very, very negative person. I did big mistake. Many people kill, stealing from others. This kind of I did. So I need to purify all those." The other monks, he to say, "You can slow down, but I cannot because my situation is not like yours." Then one day they have a benefactor, benefactors. Monks says benefactors. Benefactors go to sponsors, sponsors, go to sponsor's place. Then one day he went to his sponsor's place. Then they made tea for him, but he thought this tea is not so good. And said, maybe no one there. I want to make a tea myself. He thought. To make the tea is break tea, put it in the bag. Not like here, loose tea is not black break tea. So put it in the bag. So we do tea bag as it is. There's hanging with some wall or something. Then we do it like this. And he take down, and he put his hand in the tea bag already. He suddenly remembers, oh, I'm stealing now. I'm stealing from the benefit. Then he hold like this, this one hold. This hand is in the bag, and this one hold like this. He called to the benefit. They are outside work, farmers, I think, farmers. So they work. Coming here, great thief here. Great thief here. Everyone come. They rush to come. They say, where is thief? Where is thief? Thief's here. I said, no, that's not your hand. I said, no, that this is thief. He said, chop from here. That's still this was mistake before. Now going to mistake again. So I just, chop from here. He said. So that's kind of direct, really it is. When negative action or negative thoughts comes directly, we need to try to make a stop. So I think tonight we live here. So those really it is. So talk about the tonight. Dharma is not only talking and but try to make an experience, to do practice. If you do like this, then use for themselves, use for others. See, that's what we're beginning to talk about. So that's what we need to do. Okay. Now we stop here tonight, I think. So now we do the dedication. We wishing for spiritual teachings by Buddha and any other spiritual teachers, whatever. My teachings remained with the beings. The person who hold the teachings, holder of the teaching, like His Holy Dalai Lama and any other holy masters, to have a long life. And which we are doing practicing. Practicing is go through right direction, not wrong ways, in the right direction. Benefit for self and benefit for others. By practice and without obstacles. In this country or any other country, there will not happen, bad things happen, disease, war, and starvation, that kind of will not happen in this country and any other countries. We thinking about all sentient beings, everyone to be free from delusions, illusions, and have enjoy and become a being Buddha, by which we did action of Dharma, we are together. Semjo Rambo Che Maje Bana Shejur Je Sheba Nyamba Mepa Tan Kone Kondo Pewer Jo Tony Tawa Rambo Che Maje Bana Shejur Je Sheba Nyamba Mepa Tan Kone Kondo Pewer Jo Kare Rave Kore Shinkamater Penda Dewa Male Joe Shere Hazawa Denze Janzoye Shabe Sindi Abado Denjo Saye Beje Shoy Meto Jam Rolenge Nide Jambawande Sanje Kendo Mede Mboaye Doku Namda Kinla Shabarai Joy Edam Gururen Mandala Kanya Daya Me
if you can stay behind just a little bit of time, we're going to have some cake
Ole,
for
where?
Tenzin Kacho. I'm going to go get
They bring here.
Yeah.
Then we do.
I think it should be on the kitchen now.
Okay.
We have cakes.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
More cake.
Did you have your cake and eat it too?
Cake.
It's a big birthday.
Tenzin Kash. The Venerable Tenzin Kash's good spirit.
Is she here?
She's coming.
She's coming.
We better sing happy birthday.